This is my story of how I rode this boat across the Pacific Ocean. That's me, Cassidy. Come relive every unforgettable moment with me through the incredible highs and the intense lows during my 38 days, 9 hours, and 3 minutes at sea. Day 28, I said,
I think day 28 might be the best day.
And it definitely was one of them. When I first woke up for the day, my hands were so sore, tense, and tight. This was happening after every time I slept for the last week or so at this point. I would really need to stretch them out and warm them up before I started rowing again. And any sudden movement in my hand was very painful.
My hands.
This is pretty common amongst ocean rowers, just using that grip that whole time. Rowing, after an extended period of time of that, you kind of get that like sea grip hand. And we were all experiencing it at this point. But doing those stretches and those exercises really did help. My very first rowing shift of the day at around 7:40 a.m., we were greeted by a beautiful and curious pod of dolphins.
They are! Guys, there's dolphins in case you want to wake up. There's dolphins! Alert! I feel bad, but there's dolphins! There's dolphins! I was looking over my tube, and I just look over my shoulder, and this huge thing comes in the water. I thought it was a shark at first. Come back, baby.
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh my gosh! Finally, sea life we want, not squid.
Oh! Wow, they're so far.
The dolphins hung out with us for about 40 minutes or so, just swimming along our boat and leading our boat. It was so magical, so exciting, and just such an uplifting thing to experience. There was a major lull we were in during this time. Having the super flat water was actually really peaceful and relaxing. This lull we had actually gave us hope that if we were able to fix one of our broken oars, we would definitely be able to build another fixed rowing seat, and we could row 3 people at a time again. Our weather router Dawn suggested we only row 3 people at a time if the conditions were flat, where we could consistently put all 6 oars in the water at the same time to be the most effective. But when we tried to row with the oar that we had fixed, it unfortunately did not hold, and we realized we wouldn't be rowing 3 people up at a time for the rest of the crossing. This really made me start thinking about how close we could have been to breaking the world record if we wouldn't have capsized, if we didn't lose 2 rowing seats, if we didn't lose an oar and break 2 other oars. The world record was 34 days, and we finished in 38 days. And it was hard not to think about when we really weren't that far off. When you're talking about world records, days seem like a really long time in comparison to some world records like running. Those are usually tenths of a second away, but we just felt so close. And had we not experienced some of the things we experienced, you can't help but wonder where we would have been. There were no waves, but there was also no wind, and having no wind made it so hot. My afternoon shift from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. was by far the worst. It was direct sunlight and it was toasty. We did not have any shade covering, and the only relief we would get was from our sun shirts, sun hats, and the occasional dumping of water on ourselves. Laura and I felt like we were moving in slow motion, and Elena could tell as well. And she decided to dump buckets of water on us to help cool us off.
It's like a break and I know what's happening. Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
This felt so amazing, and it actually really did help give us a boost of energy we needed to keep rowing strong.
4 knots! Here we go!
You guys hit 4 knots right now. I don't know. Doing it now. Thank you.
Come on, Laura!
You get cake in Hawaii if you hit 4 knots. Confetti. Oh, shit. Oh!
Come on, Laura!
So close! There's a wind! Damn, alright, I'm making you a cake!
Okay. I earned that fun money!
The flat water did allow us to enjoy another dip in the ocean, though.
Excellent form. 10 out of 10.
And during my last shift of the day, we had an incredible sunset and actually saw a massive tuna fish jump out of the water right in front of the sun. Day 28 was one of the best days out there, and having the visit from the Dolphins made the slowness and the hotness well worth it. And I will see you next week for days 29 and 30.